the high seas, Pisces. Cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Taurus, welcome to your September 2018 reading with me, Pisces Priestess. So this month I'm going to be using my Angel Oracle deck, because Virgo, you know, angel, stuff like that, very angelic energy. So I figured I would get an angel card for everyone to best represent the overall looking energy for this month. And so for you, we have shielding this month. Shielding, very important card here. I am going to channel a bit from this, but I also wanted to read from the book. So we're going to read first, Taurus, and see what the message is this month with shielding. So it says, although you may be strong at heart, your indigo energy is amongst the most sensitive on the planet, which is why you feel so intensely in situations where others seem calm. For that reason, this card is asking you to energetically shield yourself from negativity. Know that the angels are always around you, and their powerful auras are continually at your disposal for energetic shielding. Simply ask the universe to surround you with angelic light, and know that you're spiritually and emotionally protected. Anytime you're in a harsh situation, immediately request that the angels shield you. So Taurus, when shielding comes up, there's an immediate sense of protection. You're going to need to protect yourself a lot this month for some reason. We're going to look more into the cards to see why. But off the jump here, I'm seeing that September is a month of protection for you. So you're going to be doing a lot of, well, if you're not, the angels are telling you that you should definitely be protecting yourself energetically, shielding yourself from negativity, asking the universe to surround you with light. I do this a lot. I do this in situations like if I'm in a car, someone's driving crazy. I always just ask the universe to, I just imagine light around me. So this could be something you guys already do. And if so, you're going to need to do it even more so in September. There's just certain things you need to protect yourself from and shield yourself from in September, Taurus. And one thing that stuck out to me here is that even though you're strong, right? Taurus are very grounded, strong energy. You are still sensitive. That's a typical earth sign thing. You know, earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn are very grounded. They're very earth and physically strong, but you guys are some of the most sensitive beings on the planet because you are earth and we are on planet earth. So some of the vibrations here tremendously affect you, and you're not always sure how to express emotionally what that's about. So we got some shielding coming up here, Taurus. We're going to place that card here because this is going to overlook your whole reading this month. So we've got some shielding. The bottom of the deck for the angel messages is show appreciation. So to me, this is like maybe shielding yourself from certain people, places, and things that don't appreciate you. The angels are definitely near you because we have an angel here, and there could be a certain Leo. Every time I see that tiger, I see Leo energy. So, you know, you're going to need to show appreciation to yourself, Taurus, by shielding yourself from negativity. There may be something that you really need to, like sometimes we need to ask for guidance from up above to shield us, because there's certain things on this planet that we can't just physically shield ourselves from. So this is emotionally shielding ourselves from negativity, mentally shielding ourselves from negativity, spiritually shielding ourselves from negativity. Like there's nothing that can penetrate this white light of orb around you. So this white light is near you this month, and for some reason there's a need to shield this month for Taurus, and I'm definitely keeping this in mind because I have a Taurus moon. So I'm going to be doing some soul shielding and some emotional shielding for sure, because there's just certain negative energy. Now this is interesting because Taurus, you're an earth sign, and we have Virgo season and Libra season this month. So this is a very important season for you because you are Virgo is your sister sign, because this is earth energy. Capricorn and Virgo are your sisters and brothers. And then we have Libra season at the end of this month after the fall equinox. We have Libra coming in around the 22nd of September, and that's also your sister sign because Libra shares Venus. So we've got some Venus energy coming in here for you when we move into Libra. So very briefly here, before we start the reading, I just want to mention that this energy for you this month is all about your 5th house and your 6th house. Virgo is your 5th house of pleasure and happiness, even romance, soulmates. But this is about, you know, you being your authentic self when it comes to the work you're doing, when it comes to the services that you're doing for other people. The 5th house is a pretty fun house. It's the house of Leo, but for you it's Virgo. Virgo is your 5th house of fun and expression and creativity. Okay, so we've got some creativity going on here, and then we have that energy moving into your 6th house of work. So for you, Libra is your 6th house of work. So this is going to be needing to balance some of that stuff out. Balancing work and play is what's going on here. Balancing, you know, how much pleasure you're experiencing at your job, or how much pleasure you're getting in return from the services you're offering other people, things like that. So we've got some 5th house and some 6th house energy kind of mixing this month, Taurus. And other than that, we do have a new moon in Virgo in that area of pleasure, fun, creativity. So you might need to get a little creative at your job, or maybe you're adding some creativity to your job this month, adding some creativity to your health and your daily routine. So yeah, Taurus, definitely a new moon in that 5th house. And then there's going to be a full moon in your 12th house, Taurus. So 12th house full moons are very important. This is going to be on the 24th this month in Aries. So we've got some subconscious energy. When the moon is in your 12th house, it's very, very subconscious. And then, of course, that would mean next month we have a Taurus full moon. So we're going to be preparing for those energies to get closer and closer to us, Taurus, as we approach Scorpio season, our 7th house of relationships. So for now, we're going to focus on September, though. And we'll see what comes up as far as the message. So let's channel for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus, whatever. Taurus energy, the 2nd house of our universe. This is for September 2018. First card out, Queen of Pentacles. Wow, very, very. And then King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys are dealing with earth and air. This is logic and intellect. But we've got a very grounded energy coming up for you, Taurus. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, some of you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Libra. Look at this here, Taurus. We had Virgo and Libra come out. That's interesting. This is the cusp of beauty, actually, and you are all about beauty as being ruled by Venus. So this is Virgo and Libra. To me, when I see Virgo and Libra together, I see archangels and angels, because Virgo is the angel of the zodiac, and then Libra is the archangel. So we have Virgo and Libra season coming up very strongly, which is exactly what we're experiencing in September. So I'm not sure why these flipped over here. I'm going to put them back in the deck. But for some of you, if you're dealing with a Libra or a Virgo, they're coming up here strongly. I do see Virgo with the Queen of Pentacles for sure. And then Libra, you know, maybe this is something coming up for Libra season. This could be balance. Some of you guys could be married to a Virgo, could be divorcing a Virgo. Some of you guys could be kind of isolating yourself after a divorce or a breakup. This could be some sort of karmic thing, because Libra is all about karmic justice and balance. And then the Hermit, yeah, it's Virgo season. So maybe Virgo season is just about balance for you guys. Your 5th house and your 6th house are definitely coming up here, though. So I know that these energies are really mattering. So if you're dealing with a Virgo or a Libra, this is coming up strongly right now. Or if you have Virgo and Libra energy, you might want to look to that in your chart, because for some reason it's important. There could be certain burdens that you're carrying with a Libra and a Virgo. The Hermit card comes up for soul searching. You may need to kind of soul search and isolate yourself from things that are no longer balanced. I knew that your work life, there's something here that needs to balance out about your routine, about your work life, about your health, Taurus. So we've got Virgo and Libra showing up. So we've got some angels for sure surrounding you. I mean, they were not playing. Especially we have this shielding card. So the angels are very near, showing you appreciation, showing you who is not showing you appreciation, Taurus. So, okay, we've got the Queen of Pentacles first. So let's get the rest of your spread going here, Taurus. This is for Taurus, September 2018. So what's going on for Taurus, September 2018? So now we have the 6 of Pentacles. So what did I tell you, Taurus? Lots to do with balance. Because the 6 of Pentacles is all about, you know, coming out of a time period of financial, and we have an Aries here showing up, the Emperor. So this could be that Aries full moon in your 12th house contributing to that. There could be certain conflicts that come up for sure, Taurus. I want you to really, really pay attention to the Aries energy. Some of you guys are directly dealing with some conflict involving an Aries, because we have the Emperor. And then behind the Emperor, we have the Five of Wands and the fucking Five of Swords. So without a doubt, you guys are dealing with power struggles this month. You're dealing with arguments, and you're dealing with certain defeat and just opinions of other people. Conflict, definitely conflict here. Arguments. You know, everyone has something to express verbally and passionately to you this month. They're kind of saying things, and some of these words might not be very nice. This is fighting words, competition, just battles, certain stuff like that. So just pay attention to this. I don't know if it's involving an Aries or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, but if it's not involving an Aries, it could involve your father. It could involve the father of your children. It can, maybe you are a father. But this is a father energy. It could be Saturn. I don't know. This is Aries though. So if it's not involving an Aries, I believe this could involve work. Since we have this two strong work energies here, could definitely involve battles going on, power struggles, struggles with authority, police officers, anybody in a suit or a uniform. This is your boss coming up here too, Taurus. It's definitely a boss for some of you because we have the Three of Pentacles, okay? So some of you guys are dealing with this at work. Some of you guys are really needing to balance your financial struggles and conflicts and arguments. Maybe some of you guys may not be arguing in your job, but you're dealing with arguments and conflict when it comes to stability, which is you don't want to fuck with a Taurus when they're feeling like they're unstable, okay? So yeah, there's some conflict involving an Aries and involving money. It's involving your own authority over your own finances. There's some sort of decision coming up here. There may be a third party. I'm not sure if it's a water sign, but this is all changing with the Wheel of Fortune, Taurus. But for sure, maybe some of you guys are dealing with, if you are a boss, there's a situation where people aren't working together. These are not situations where people are working together in teamwork, okay? This Three of Pentacles usually symbolizes teamwork. Okay, so you know, if you're a boss, you're dealing with situations where you're in charge of other people and you're trying to kind of get all these people on the same page, okay? But for some of you, you are dealing with a third party, specifically with an Aries, maybe with an air sign or a fire sign and an earth sign, because I do see earth, fire, and air here. And yeah, so there could definitely be a third party here. And maybe some of you guys work with this third party. Maybe some of you guys are involved with your boss figures or managers. But there is a need here to take authority of this situation, whether you're dealing with a third party or whatever this is to you, Taurus. You need to take authority in this teamwork situation and make sure that you're not doing all the work anymore. Okay, that is not fair. That's not balanced. That's not stable. And for some reason, Taurus, the universe really wants you to get back stable, fair, and balanced. We have justice show up for you. We have the Six of Pentacles showing up for you. So this is about financial justice and financial balance, okay? There's a lot of conflict to get through here with a boss, with a father figure, with an Aries, with some sort of authority. So take this however you want. But this conflict needs to be solved through teamwork and team effort and someone rising up as a boss. But just keep in mind for third party situations involving Aries energy or involving authority, okay? So that was interesting there, Taurus. There could be some new offers coming in with the Ace of Pentacles here that kind of lead you to further balance. I'm loving the first two cards out for you. Strong earth energy. I can definitely tell that we're going through Virgo energy. So now we have the Eight of Swords and the Lovers. So we're going to take these two cards, Taurus. But I just did the Aries reading, and it's really interesting. They didn't have the Eight of Swords in their reading, but I just feel that there's some Aries, especially because Aries showed up for you, especially because there's an Aries full moon. I didn't mention that, but some of that could be Aries related because of the full moon. But the Eight of Swords is showing up for you, Taurus, and in the Aries reading, there was the absence of the Eight of Swords, like someone was becoming untrapped. So I just feel like if you're dealing with an Aries, you may want to cross-watch for Aries in the Aries video because there's some Aries-Taurus stuff going on. And now we have the Eight of Swords and the Lovers come out. So I know that the Eight of Swords and the Lovers are definitely linked. I almost want to put them together up here since they came out together, and I'm actually going to do that. So we're going to just count this as one message. So some of you guys are straight up feeling trapped in a love situation. Some of you guys are trapped in a love triangle. You're dealing with a person, two people, two person, place or thing, two job offers, something, and that's not balanced, Taurus. You know, this is not stable. Someone is at a distance from you. You're probably dealing with someone who's up close, someone who's at a distance. You're confused between the two. This could be a family matter going on here for you, Taurus. Some of you guys feel trapped financially at a home, in a marriage, in a relationship. Maybe some of you are trapped with a Gemini, trapped with a twin flame soulmate. Some of you guys are going to be leaving behind emotionally draining situations that are no longer stable for you, because we have you leaving the Ten of Pentacles. So some of you are really going to be leaving your stability this month in order to you're going to sacrifice your stability temporarily in order to get to more stability in the future. Because if the Ten of Pentacles isn't balanced, then you definitely need to leave it. And I accidentally bumped the Six of Swords and it turned upside down. So some of you guys are really going back and forth about whether you should leave this financial situation, whether you should leave this family situation, because this is a family. This is talking about family. This is like the finances within a home, you know, your home life, your family. This is 6th house energy, Virgo energy. Some of you guys are really not sure whether to leave something behind, because there could be a child involved. You could be thinking about leaving mentally and emotionally, but physically maybe you're still staying there. But this is talking about leaving behind certain jobs, certain value. Taurus, every time you see these pentacles, this is your value. Value and Taurus are like this. You are the 2nd house of value. This may have something to do with a Scorpio, because we have the Death card here. If it's not a Scorpio, then it's definitely transformation. Some of you guys are transforming, and you could be literally traveling over water this month by car or by boat or by plane. But this sometimes does talk about literal travels. Like some of you guys have saved up money to travel, and you're just taking everything that you own, all the money. You might it's not balanced, so you take what is yours and you just go with it. And there's a child involved. There's 3 people here, a child, a man, and someone who's hidden. Could be a hidden Scorpio that you're dealing with. Now, I like that Scorpio has shown up, because Scorpio is your 7th house. Okay, so this might be Scorpio season here, when you finally decide to leave something behind, especially a relationship or something that's just no longer working. There's something that's dead. You know, you're headed towards a transformation, because something has died. And it could have to do with someone coming back from the past, a second opportunity with a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, some sort of wish come true that you're standing up for. But I just see Taurus is definitely going through some sort of rebirth this month that may come to further surface in Scorpio season. But some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. Maybe you leave a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus behind for either an air sign or a Scorpio. Or maybe you leave someone behind who has air and Scorpio energy. I see earth, air, and Scorpio. So maybe water, air, and earth. But it doesn't have to be that. I just see you leaving behind some sort of financial. This could be you changing jobs. Maybe you worked with a Scorpio. Maybe you're leaving behind a job. Something has completed for you, Taurus. We have a 10 here. The 10 of Pentacles this is as much money as you can get in tarot, basically. And so there's something financial or something career related or family related or something physical that you would know about. Like, you know this energy, Taurus, because you're an earth sign. So there's a completion happening in your family. There's something that's just over with. It's dead. This is a dead situation. The job you're working at is dead. The money you're making is dead. And you know that there's something else you could be doing with this. So you decide to leave behind something. This is a very, very hard decision that you're making this month. To leave behind a job or it's really hard for Taurus to sacrifice their stability. Okay, it's really hard for a very earthy woman like this, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn woman, to leave behind a situation that is firm and real for them. But when you start thinking about it emotionally or mentally or even love-wise, you start asking yourself, how fair is this? Because at the end of the day, Taurus, you're not a Capricorn, you're not a Virgo. You are about stability. So if you're in a situation that, yeah, there's money, yeah, you're taking care of blah, 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 your family and whatsoever. If you're not being valued, if you're not stable, if things aren't balanced, it's not going to fly in September. And people better watch out, because you've got the Scorpio energy here, which is definitely sudden endings and beginnings. So, you know, you may literally leave behind all the money in the world, a job that pays good. You're like, fuck you, I'm still not being valued here. Not all the money in the world could keep me in a situation that doesn't value me, so I'm out. Goodbye. And, you know, there could be a Scorpio involved in the situation, or this is just endings and beginnings. So we already know that Taurus is feeling a bit trapped. Whoa. So I think your last 3 cards just popped out here, which, you know. So definitely dealing with a Virgo or a Scorpio, because I'm seeing this card combination here. We've got the Virgo showing up again. We've got the Hermit. So there could be a Virgo, and now we have Libra again. This Libra card just showed itself. Okay, so Libra, Virgo, Scorpio. There could be a single Virgo or a single Libra, or, you know, someone is just leaving behind a relationship and being single. Like something is burdening you, Taurus. We have the 10 of Pentacles here. I'm sorry, not the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles. So there's a financial burden. Some of you guys are going to be just trying, you're going to be like, you know what, fuck you. I'm going to be by myself in my own garden of abundance. I don't need you and your burdens to slow me down anymore. I'm dropping this financial burden. I'm dropping all this financial dead weight. And I'm just going to bask in the glory of my own pinnacle. I can take care of myself. You know, I can do bad all by myself. This is me being this is Taurus being in a gilded cage. Like, I don't want to be imprisoned anymore, even if it's a comfortable prison. No, this is not fair. This is not justified. So maybe there's a single Libra. Maybe there's a burden you're dealing with a Libra. Or somebody wants to be single. There's a Libra that wants to be single, but there's a burden attached to it. Maybe there's a Virgo that's single or something. But the bottom of your deck is the Virgo card. It is the Hermit card. But I've just seen, and you know, I just glanced down at my phone and there's a Virgo that just texted me. So Taurus, there's something going on with a Virgo this month for you. Virgo, it could be Virgo season. All right, I don't know, but Virgo is the bottom of your deck for the month. So I don't know if this is your isolation. This is you going into your solitude. You're stepping into a more independent energy this month. But some of you could be dating Virgos. Virgo season is here, so this could definitely be Virgo. But we've got strong Scorpio, Libra, Virgo energy coming out. And lots of pentacles in your reading. We have no fire in your reading, so there is a missing element of fire. Maybe there's a missing Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. But they showed up briefly for you as we were shuffling. But as far as your reading for September, you may not be feeling very passionate in September, which kind of sucks because you're going through 5th house energy, which is all about pleasure and creativity, but you're going to need fire for that. You're going to need fire to express and, you know, for passion and creativity. So there is something missing here. Maybe there's a missing element of fire in your reading, Taurus, in your relationships, Taurus. Maybe there's a missing element of expression. Maybe someone's just not expressing themselves. Maybe they're just kind of spending time alone. Taurus, you could be kind of being quiet this month, not really expressing the way you feel, spending more time in isolation. Now, telling you here, the angels are near you because Virgo and Libra have just stuck by your reading. These 2 cards were important to come out, and they're still here. So there's a Virgo and a Libra contributing to everything on the table here this month in September, or this is Virgo and Libra energy. So definitely Libra and Virgo season are very important to you as far as this message. So let's get interpreting some of this for you, Taurus. Loving this Queen of Pentacles. This is a very near and dear card for me. Earth energy for sure. The Queen of Pentacles, logically, she has the perfect work in a home life balance, which is something that's going to really pertain to you when we jump into Libra season, which is your 6th house of work, family, lifestyle, you know, health, you know. So towards the end of the month, you may need to balance even more so your work and home life, because the Queen of Pentacles, she can do it all. She can cook, she can clean, she can do laundry, she can be a mom, she can work a full-time job and still have the energy and somehow manage to read the newspaper. That's what the Queen of Pentacles talks about. This is a multitasking, grounded, logical, earthy, practical woman, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is your energy, Taurus, or you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Capricorn. You may have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, but lots of earth. So I think you really stepped into September feeling this earth influence. Earth is all around you. We're going through fall. The actual earth is very much changing right now, starting to transform for the fall energy. So Taurus, around this time every year, you step back into this earth element of Virgo. And your sister sign, Virgo, really teaches you how to get back on track and balance your stability. Like Virgo teaches Taurus what is stable and what is no longer stable for them. So this is about financial independence, stability, new beginnings in your finances. I definitely see financial stability here. So you guys are women of earth, or men. I'm not sure if there's any men watching, but if you're a Taurus watching, it's very important for you to get your financial stability back, to get your financial balance back. There could be a situation that you're giving too much to, or that you're taking from too much. So the give and the take needs to be balanced this month, because that is going to be what ultimately stabilizes a situation. So make sure that you're not codependent on anybody, Taurus, that you're not taking too much care of something, or that someone's not taking too much care of you, because the Queen of Pentacles sits on her own throne, honey. She's thinking about her own financial beginnings. Okay, she's very, very stable and grounded woman. She's very, very earthy. And like I said, she's independent and stable. She's good with finances. She's logical. She's not always expressive emotionally, because this is very earth energy. So she could typically sometimes work too much and then sacrifice certain feelings, keep all her feelings in. So just be careful that you're also balancing your emotional realm and world too, Taurus, because when we get focused on all this earth energy, sometimes we forget, to express our emotion. And I think that you kind of realize that towards the end of September, that there is some sort of emotional action that needs to take place. But it looks like the beginning of September is pretty emotionally shallow for you. We have a strong earth energy. Virgo season can do that to people. It can make people avoid their emotion. Virgo is very, very emotionally distant. They don't like to show their emotion very well. They just struggle with it, but they're very sensitive. And remember, shielding, okay? So there's certain things you need to shield yourself from this month, Taurus, and you may be shielding yourself in isolation, because the angels may literally isolate you. So anytime you spend alone in September, away from lovers or friends or girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, wives, family, there just may be certain things you don't want to do this month, Taurus. You might miss out on Virgo birthday parties or Libra birthday parties. You may miss out on, certain gatherings or something like that, because you have to work, or because you'd rather just kind of stay isolated. So we talked about the Queen of Pentacles a little bit. You guys are really stepping up on your earthly throne this month. Like Virgo season will do that to Taurus. You're really finding the ground beneath your feet and surrounding yourself with the fertile energy of the earth. And we have the Six of Pentacles next. So this is that give and take energy I was talking about. This could often talk about charity. So, what I really feel with you, Taurus, is you're like, I'm not your charity fund. Like, I'm not just going to wake up and you sit $5 on the side of my dresser. Like, I don't know if you feel like the person you're with or the job you're at is just kind of a charity fund. No. So I feel like you're being very devalued, Taurus. Like, the more and more you find your own value, the more and more other people try to fuck with it. And I don't know why they're that brave to piss off a bull like that, but, there's definitely some people here that you're going to have to teach your value. And that might be by kind of leaving them behind, or, isolating yourself from them, or shielding yourself from them, Taurus. But this is all about balance. This is another Libra energy. So for sure, your work and balance go hand in hand, because Libra is your 6th house. So I could not pick, or I could not even see a better card for you, Taurus, for Libra 6th house, because we have 6 pentacles here, which is literally the 6th house, and then Libra would be that balance scale. So no matter what season or day or month it is, Taurus, Libra is always your 6th house. So financial balance is something that Taurus literally needs and requires as far as their values and their worth. And so might not be a person. I am feeling some of us are dealing with specific relationships that are devaluing us. But that does not eliminate the fact that we could definitely be doing certain jobs, certain work that is just not valuing us. So there could be some situations we kind of feel trapped in. But the 6 of Pentacles is here to say, make sure it's an even exchange. Make sure you're not giving. And who said this the other day? I watched a tarot video last night, and I don't know who the person is, because I would give them credit. So maybe it'll come to me. But what she said, I didn't watch that many videos last night, so who could it have been? I don't know who it was, guys. I'm so sorry, but the person said that no situation is going to work out if you're giving your all or taking your all. I think it was New Moon Astro. She's awesome. She's awesome, and I do believe it was her video. She said she's an Aquarius, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius. She said, yeah, if you're giving something entirely, if you're taking something entirely, that is not balanced. So I heard that message specifically for Taurus, and now that message is coming back up. So what that basically means, it really hit me that you should never give your all or take your all, because that just won't work out. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, but hopefully you just understand what I mean. So there needs to be a balance between the give and the take. 50-50, never 100%. Like, no, you have to have some room for other things and other people, places, and jobs and stuff, commitments, whatever. So just make sure that you're giving what you're taking and that you're taking what you're giving, because this is balance. This is how you're going to stabilize that financial energy. So if you're working 10 hours and you're only making 2 cents, you know what I mean? Like, that just ain't working, right? That's just not going to work out. So I feel like you're going to be doing some looking at that in September, and possibly as you step into September, like the first couple weeks, some of you guys could be really feeling trapped. Like, I feel like there's these people that keep coming to you and they need things. Like, so I don't know if it's you or someone you're dealing with who they give out handouts, you know. This could be definitely handout energy. I mean, Taurus, you know, there's a time when you're on top and there's a time when you're on bottom. Like, we've all had to ask for things. We've all had to give things. You know, there's a time when you had no money to eat. There's a time when you had money to eat, like, anything you wanted to eat. So this is like somebody giving you crumbs. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to give any more than what you're taking, really. You know, there's a definite need here. It's not even your fault, Taurus. Like, the universe is not going to allow you to comfortably, like, you can do whatever you want. But if you give more than you take, if you're giving more than what you receive this month, man, oh man, are you gonna feel it? And you know how you're gonna feel it, Taurus? You're gonna feel unstable, and that's scary, isn't it? You're not gonna be able to handle that. Like, Taurus, there's a reason we're stubborn, and you're definitely gonna be feeling that in your finances. And you know what it is you're gonna be feeling it in your values. Like, you're not gonna feel valued, and that is terrible for us, isn't it? So if you want to feel valued, if you need to take your value back, if you need to take some of your resources back, because you could just be kind of lending out a hand, but September is kind of when that energy needs to stop. You're kind of waking up from it. It could be in a relationship or at a job, but I feel like you guys do feel kind of trapped in this situation, in this relationship. Now, you could be the taker or the giver. I don't know if someone's taking too much care of you or if you're taking too much care of the other person, but I can tell you neither is worse than the other. Both of those situations are unbalanced and not stable, and you don't feel independent either way. So, you know, the Queen of Pentacles is kind of turning her back on the Six of Pentacles, because she's focused on her own value, not her shared value. She wants to build, you know. So I'm not sure what this is, but we have immediately after that this Eight of Swords and this Lover's energy. So for some of you, it's definitely going to be involving a Gemini. You could have Gemini energy, or it's going to be involving a Libra or Aquarius. Gemini for sure. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini energy. Some of you guys are feeling trapped in a relationship as well, and this is why you're feeling devalued, and why the universe is asking you to make sure what you're giving is what you're receiving as well, and what you're receiving is what you're giving, either way. So you're feeling trapped here in a relationship. You're feeling mentally trapped. Let's put the Lovers down real quick. Talk about the Eight of Swords. So this is mental energy, okay? Virgo, mental energy. We got air and earth heavily. So this is your thoughts. This is your logic, your intellect, you know. And if there's anything I know about the Eight of Swords woman, is that she is not grounding herself in the emotion. So that's what's going on, Taurus, is that you're trying to ground yourself, but the ground is being filled with water right now for you. Like, your ground, what you're walking on is eggshells. You're walking on emotion. And so as an earth sign, you're like, ew, you know, I don't want to feel that. I don't want to think that. I don't want to see that. So what do? You're blinding yourself to certain imbalances. You're blinding yourself to certain injustices and certain unstable things that are just not balanced. And I think as the Queen of Pentacles, you know what's going on financially is either it's you or the other person, but something is imbalanced. And it's happening in your home. That's another thing about the Queen of Pentacles that I forgot to mention, is she's very stable when it comes to her home, you know, her children. This is Taurus. Taurus is very, very territorial. So there could be some imbalances going on in where you don't feel very valued at your own home or very comfortable. You could be feeling trapped in this home environment, like I really want to leave because this is not balanced, but I can't. The Eight of Swords is like a trapped energy. There's a clear way out, right? Obviously, there's no swords in front of her; they're in behind her. So the mental anxiety is kind of behind you. You know, like these are things that have already happened to you. You're kind of thinking about things that could still be happening to you, but the thing is that when it comes to forward movement, you could definitely move. But in your defense, Taurus, you are very mentally bogged down. You know, you're not able to see something about this situation, and this has directly to do with a relationship or a Gemini or some sort of balance financially, a job, a career, your home life, family life, something, because this is in the first row. So I feel like this is definitely financial because it's surrounded by coin. I mean, the majority of your reading is pentacle energy. So this definitely has to do with balancing out your finances and your value. So I think you guys are feeling kind of trapped in a situation where you're not being valued. You could be trying to teach somebody your value, and I don't want you to do that anymore, Taurus, because I feel like we've been doing that for too long. And if someone hasn't learned our value by now, then they're never going to learn our value, and we might need to teach them with our absence. We might need to leave them behind and isolate ourselves, shield ourselves from them, because we felt trapped mentally for way too long. And so it's time to take the blindfold off and see the truth about this relationship, about this situation, because I feel like we're being directly devalued in our relationships because we have the Lovers here. So some of us are feeling trapped about a decision. You know, the Lovers card often talks about a decision between, it's a love related decision. It doesn't have to be between two people. But I do feel like you guys are feeling trapped with a current partner, and there's a new partner on the way towards the end of September. It could be a water sign. Maybe you're stuck with a Gemini, and there's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming. Maybe you're stuck with any sign. The Lovers can be any relationship, twin flame, soulmate. This is a decision, and it could be you feel trapped. Somebody's trapped in where they're at, and they can't come to you or something, because the Lovers card sometimes talks about distance. Like you could have a distant lover, a long distance relationship, and you're just feeling trapped. Like, how am I ever gonna get with this person? Like, how am I ever gonna see this person? I feel like I can't move. I can't see the way out of this. So what you need to do when it comes to this in our relationships, Taurus, is, you know, it's time to think about something in a new way. The things that we've been thinking about, we need to come up with new creative solutions in our relationships, because we've been overthinking about the same shit and we're not finding a way out. Okay, we're feeling very bound, but this is mental. Okay, especially if you're dealing with a Gemini, there's a lot of mental games going on. There's a lot of mental like manipulation. Maybe they're making you feel trapped where you're at, but you're not trapped in this relationship. You're not trapped away from love or with love. Some of you guys are single and you're feeling trapped and alone without love, and you're not trapped or alone without love. You just need to start doing different things to, you know, to kind of meet a different solution. You know, you can't do the same thing over and over again and expect a different outcome, because that would be true insanity, right? But some of us are straight up feeling trapped in a relationship. These two cards came out for a reason. There's something we're not seeing about our partner. There's something we're not seeing about this relationship or about this decision. Like, some of us just don't want to make a decision. Even though we have all these thoughts haunting us, we don't want to choose between these two people. Like, we just feel connected to both of them. Or maybe we don't. Maybe we don't feel connected to both of them, but we feel trapped with one of them. And we like, how the hell am I going to get out of this? I'm so financially wrapped up in this family, in this life. Like, how am I going to get out of this situation with this lover? So I do feel like the beginning of September has a lot to do with you know, mental balance as well, and a decision that you have to make that you've been blinding yourself to. Like, in the relationship you're in, Taurus, you're not able to ground yourself emotionally in it. And I know that doesn't typically matter to a Taurus, but it is mattering to you, because if there's anything a Taurus gets emotional about, it's their home, it's their worth, it's their value, food, and their stability. Like, those things will get a Taurus in their feelings, and you want to be careful, because if you mess with the bull, you get the horns. So for the cross watchers, you better be careful, because Taurus is already feeling trapped in a situation. Like, we're finding our value. We're the Queen of Pentacles at the end of the day. We are becoming more balanced within our own self because of this earth energy, but the people around us are still not getting it. They're still asking for handouts. They're still asking for crumbs. But, we just need to keep that balance in mind. Keep the balance in mind, because it's up to us what we do with our resources and with our tools, Taurus. You are the second house. You are not Scorpio. Scorpio is this eighth house, opposite of you, which is shared resources. Scorpio doesn't always get an option to share their resources, but Taurus, by the universe's law, your resources are your resources. That's why this queen is holding on to her own pinnacle. So hang on to your resources and to what you find valuable, whether this is objects or whatever you find valuable, Taurus. Hold on to it and make sure that it's balanced this month, that you're not giving away too much and not receiving enough, especially in your relationships, because this is going to definitely contribute to the decision you're making this month. You do have a decision to make. It could be a family one, it could be a financial one. It's in the name of balance, though. And you're coming out of a mental prison. You're going to finally start seeing things. The more and more you focus on your value and your worth, Taurus, the more and more you're going to realize that you're not trapped in this person, place, or thing, this Gemini, whatever. And I feel like you kind of break away from a situation where you shared your finances for so long with a person, place, or thing. And so by the end of September, when you actually reach your sixth house of Libra, you need to keep that in mind at the beginning of September. But by the end of September, when we get into Libra season, it's like now you're working more for yourself. You're starting to work more for your own money. And even if you were already working for your own money, this is you kind of reaping the reward of your own effort. Instead of sharing your money with family and helping all these people out and giving handouts, you get tired of giving more than what you receive, Taurus. So you start kind of just hoarding your money, or hoarding your value, hoarding your time and energy, shielding yourself from people who drain your resources. Someone's draining your resources. And the Queen of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles, that's you really being independent. And you're going to really gain some sort of financial stability this month. And next month, you're going to learn a lot more about the work you've put in, about your own labor. Some of you guys may start new jobs. There's a financial increase here. We go from the Six of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. So that's quite a jump there. This is you really being an entrepreneur. This man is creating his own money. He's working on his own pinnacle. He's creating money. This is something that you manifested. And it's something you were thinking about at the beginning of the month. Because this Queen of Pentacles is really thinking about how she can save more money, how she can, increase her resources and values. This is stuff Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo always think about. But you were trapped so long in a codependent situation, in a relationship. I think there was a choice in your relationship that was just distracting you for so long that you just kept staying in that situation. You didn't realize that all those crumbs add up, you know what I mean? And so you started to really calculate how much you were kind of losing. And so you're like, fuck this. I'm going to put in work somewhere else. I can get a second job. I'm going to get a second job. I'm going to get a third job. I'm going to start selling this stuff. Like, you guys might pick up a trait. The Queen of Pentacles is focused on how can I make money out of this situation. So there might be something that you make this month, Taurus, with your hands that gets you money. Maybe you just get a promotion at your job, or you just start working harder. Maybe you just pick up a couple extra shifts. But you guys are really contemplating this month about how you can increase your funds. How can you, and I think that you're feeling financially trapped in a relationship. Like, the reason you're trapped with this lover or with this Gemini, whatever, is because for so long they have balanced you, right? They have contributed to your stability. But then you're starting to realize, this is not stable if I don't feel free. If I feel trapped in this situation, I'm not stable. This isn't fair. This isn't balanced. So you're like, what can I do to get out of this situation? Oh, well, maybe I can get my own job. Maybe I can work a little bit more so that I can afford all this stuff and so that I can get out of this situation. So some of you guys are going to be financially freeing yourself from a mental prison in a relationship, because I get it. Some of you guys have families and children and stuff, but that doesn't matter, Taurus. You always have resources. You can create. Part of being the second house is knowing your value and your worth enough, and knowing that there's value in the resources around you. So get creative around you, Taurus, and free yourself from this financial entrapment. You're in a financial prison. Some of you are not dealing with that in a relationship. Some of you are financially trapped at a job, and so you don't have love, or you're not spending enough time with your lover because they work too much or you work too much. So it's going to be different how this plays out for all of us, but there's some sort of relationship and money thing going on, just like with Aries reading. But I see towards the end of the month, you really start working harder at something. You're starting to work harder at something that you value, something that you consider worth it. Going to be different for all of you. But to have the Queen of Pentacles above the Eight of Pentacles, it's like you're really sitting on your money throne. And then it's interesting that you went so long without emotion and things like that. You know, we went from the first half of the month, you know, really not expressing ourselves to our partner, right? We're too busy thinking. We're feeling trapped. We're feeling devalued. So we're feeling alone. We're probably not speaking very much, you know. So this could also be just not feeling emotionally connected to your partner. Maybe your partner is not emotionally expressing to you, but there's someone coming in for you, Taurus, at the end of the month. Could be around that full moon in Aries. But this is the Knight of Cups, and this is talking about a Pisces or a Cancer or a Scorpio, or some sort of emotional offer. This is usually the Prince Charming coming in. Like, there could definitely be a love offer coming in at the end of the month for you. Maybe you guys start a new job, and there's someone there that really likes you, or you connect with someone rather quickly. But it's linked to once your work increases, once you realize your worth and your value, boom, this person, place, or thing comes in and it's like, hey, Taurus, I see you working. I love a woman that knows her value and who can stand firmly on the ground. You want to be mine? You want to go out to dinner? Want to see where this goes? Here's my cup. Here's what I have to offer you, Taurus. Is it good enough for you? What do you think about this? Like, this is somebody really expressing their emotion to you. And this could be the same motherfucker that wasn't expressing their emotion up top. Because this is a dry-ass air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that is being way too intellectual. Maybe this is not you, Taurus. This could be someone else who's trapped in their own thoughts. But the fact that this came out with a lover, you could be dealing with a Gemini that's really overthinking something. Maybe you're overthinking something about your relationships. But once you turn your attention to what you really know, Taurus, which is worth and value, that's when the offer comes in. That's when emotional action. This could be you offering somebody else something at your job. This could be someone offering you something. I don't know if this is you or someone else, Taurus, but the Knight of Cups is definitely something coming in. It could be something emotional. It could be a friendship, but I am seeing romance here. Could be a Pisces for some of you. Maybe you have Pisces energy. But this is an offer emotionally that is somehow linked to something more stable. Like there's emotion and stability linked, because this Knight of Cups is surrounded by pentacles. Because right after the Knight of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles. So there's some offers coming in here for you, Taurus. This is a message. There could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So it could definitely be you as well, who's kind of messaging or giving some sort of, like, there's two, this is speaking to a conversation between a Taurus and a water sign, or an earth sign and a water sign. So there's some water. This is grounded emotion. This is you finally taking action towards what you feel and then being able to plant the seed. The Page of Pentacles it could be a financial offer, like, hey, you know, I seen your application, you know, I really liked what you said, or I liked your resume, would you like to come in for an interview? This kind of stuff. By the end of the month, there's something that you find of value, the value that you've been searching for all along. It's found. The Page of Pentacles has found this, like, new financial opportunity. He's like, hey, look at this $500 that I just found. I could definitely use this for my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. So there's some hard work here towards balance, and there's some sort of new job or new financial endeavor. This is about you planting. You know, back here we have a field that's all blank, and then on the other side we have all those trees that have been grown. So you want to plant something in September, Taurus, and it could be around the September 9th when we have the Virgo new moon. We have Virgo energy here, so definitely the Virgo new moon is playing a factor here. So there's something here that you want to plant. Like, I don't know if this is just applying for new jobs or people getting back in touch with you about a job. This could be definitely, maybe you leave an air sign to get with an earth sign. Like, there's a water sign and an earth sign coming at the end of the month here to offer you something. If that doesn't resonate, then there's some sort of action. You start moving forward emotionally, financially, physically, mentally, And then there's a new endeavor. So this is going to play out differently for all of you, but just keep in mind that we do want to shield ourselves from things that are no longer appreciating us. We have show appreciation over here. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo again. So just continue to sit on your throne, Taurus. Stay grounded. Pay very close attention to your losses this month, because your losses are going to ultimately show you where you're giving too much. Pay attention to what you're overthinking about and what it is that you can't see, what it is that you're not allowing yourself to see. You know, this is also a shielding card. You know, these swords are kind of shielding this woman. So the fact that you have shielding this month, you know, maybe you're blinded by something that you can't see, you're blinded by the lights, but remember the angels are just protecting you, and you know, you are pretty sensitive, Taurus, so that might be why you're kind of distant emotionally at the beginning of the month, but by the end of the month, it's either you or another person who's ready to come in with some sort of love offer, you know, and this is ultimately surrounded by earth. So this is a very realistic offer, I want to say. It's something that you've been working on for a while. It's something that could come to you while you're working. You're like, I gave up on love, you know, like I'm just chilling in my element, and then all these people want to come in and ask me stuff. I'm working now. So I don't know if this is at a job or if this is linked to some kind of financial endeavor. But I'm loving this Page of Pentacles for you guys. I feel like you're going to stumble upon some sort of financial gain, which is going to even further balance out the scales for you financially, physically. This could just be you finding your worth. You know, seeing that why you were trapped at the beginning of the month, and what you were mentally obsessing over, kind of, or why you felt like stuck. But you're really not, Taurus. Like, you are seriously not stuck in September. You can definitely break free from this mental prison. It's all about seeing something in a new way. You could see, maybe you're starting to see your partner in a new way. You know, all this logical energy, it doesn't have much to do with emotion. I mean, there's this knight here who's coming in to offer you emotion, but I think it's only because you have grounded yourself in your own worth, in your own resources. You could be spending some time in isolation with this Virgo energy. Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo. Maybe you have Virgo in your chart. But for sure, this is soul searching, keeping your own wishes and goals in mind, spending some time in solitude, meditating more. This is wisdom as well. So you need to have wisdom towards balance this month. Be very careful of the decisions you're making when it comes to certain, like, commitments, work commitments, and like, hey, yeah, sure, you can borrow $20. Be very careful what you're saying yes to this month, because this is very karmic. And, you know, you don't want the scales to tip too much this month, Taurus, because, I mean, Libra is your 6th house, and look what we have here, like Libra and the 6 of Pentacles, and they both have balanced scales in their hands. So this could be a divorce. I don't know, some of you guys are divorced, and like, hey, like, all the money is coming to me. I get the house. I get the children. Like, some of you are divorcing a Virgo this month, and you're going to be single. Like, we have the 9 of Pentacles here. So I'm telling you, there's some financial energy this month for you, Taurus. Certain financial battles that are definitely transforming. Certain dead weight. This is dead weight that you don't need to carry anymore, Taurus. You know, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Like, this is the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. This is an earth energy for you. And I think you are leaving behind like, there's definitely some family stuff that's getting messed with this month, right? We have the 6 of Swords. Again, you leaving behind some very emotionally chaotic situations. You're getting to a mentally, you're going to be more calm mentally and emotionally once you leave behind this situation. I feel like you've been bribed with money. You've been bribed with money, but you're starting to kind of resurrect your own emotions. There could be a water sign coming back for you. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But before you can do all that, you kind of have to leave behind a stable situation that wasn't really stable. It was a person that wasn't really stable, you know, because this is dead weight. You're leaving behind dead weight, for sure. Dead burdens that are dead, you know, gone and dead in the past. And some of you guys are really getting divorced or going through some sort of karmic breakup where you're going to just be single. This is the single woman card. This is also a Virgo energy, Virgo Venus. So I'm not sure if that resonates, but we do have Libra and Virgo. Venus has been in Libra, so I see relationships here. Maybe you leave a situation, you're trapped with a certain person at the beginning of the month, but you free yourself, you start working more, and because of that energy, there's an offer that comes in that you either give or get. Could be from a Virgo or a Libra, could be from a water sign, an earth sign, an air sign. Um, so yeah, I just see that some of you guys are really going through divorce this month or thinking about divorcing somebody so that you can be more on your own, more independent, more stable, more grounded, more balanced. And you're leaving behind anything that kind of takes that in vain, okay? This is all because you're shielding yourself. The most important thing this month is to shield yourself from people, places, and things that are literally not appreciating you, not valuing you, not seeing your truth and value and worth. They're not seeing your worth, Taurus. You're with a person who's not seeing your true worth, and sometimes we have to leave people behind like that and let them wallow in their own regret. Because to me, it looks like you're just really grounded in trying to stay focused on the value of a situation. And when you do that, that's ultimately when this person is going to come in for you. So keep in mind, keep a close eye on any love offers you get towards the end of the month. Because the fact that this is surrounded by Earth, it could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But it could be anybody coming in to offer you something. This could be a new job offer. This could be a promotion. But whatever it is, I think you find it worth it. And I think you've waited for this and you've worked really hard on this for a very long time for this offer to come in. And I do feel for some of you, it is very much a love offer. And there could be, some time in September that you're kind of isolating yourself to further balance your energy. Because you're feeling kind of off balance, Taurus. And that's okay. Virgo is showing you that on purpose. You could just be feeling off balance in a work situation, but you're feeling trapped in a love situation or some sort of situation. And I think a Taurus is just going to go inward with that. You're going to try to kind of find your own answers for that and just shield yourself. So there's a lot here about shielding your light. Even the Hermit has this light shielded here. So I feel like that speaks to shielding your hopes and your dreams and your inspiration. This could definitely be you shielding yourself in a relationship, but keep in mind, if you feel the need to shield and protect yourself from a relationship, then you want to ask yourself why that is, okay? Because the angels are going to really reveal to you what you need to protect yourself. This means that there's some negativity going on in your marriage or your relationship or your job. Just keep in mind, there's some negativity here that you got to deal with, Taurus. But, the angels are very close by to you, which I'm really happy to see. You're going to be stepping into more value, more resources, more money, more grounded energy. You're going to be feeling less alone and more protected against negative stuff that's been draining you, okay? So hopefully this helped you out, Taurus. Very interesting reading here for Virgo and Libra season for you. Hopefully, this month is just something that you learn a lot about your value, hopefully, this month. And the value of love, the value of, people actually, like, love and value kind of go hand in hand for you, Taurus. You can't really be with people who don't value you. So, hopefully you're just kind of finding your own way through that, through your relationships. And it looks like this is mainly a month for your stability, your balance, and your worth and value, okay? So if you have any questions, please comment below. If you have any, opinions or just statements, anything. If this resonated, please give me a thumbs up and comment how it resonated. I love seeing that. It definitely resonated with me as a Taurus moon. So don't worry, guys. We're headed into Libra season where this is even going to balance out even more, okay? So just soak up this earth energy, soak up that fall equinox, Taurus, and we'll talk again on the the Virgo new moon, where we can even further plant. This is that Virgo moon here, planting new things when it comes to our happiness and our pleasure, our creativity. And then next month in Libra season, we'll be even deeper into this financial energy. So the next couple months look like they're very devoted to our financial balance and our worth. So this is good news, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.